The long road of the 2017 Insomniac Elite Series ends here, as the teams make their final stop on the schedule, the Auto Club Speedway in California, for this year's running of the Insomniac Championship Night. However, for the first time in series history, no Drivers' Championship will be decided today, as Ryder Smith, out of Scotland, locked up the Drivers' Championship in Talladega. He comes in this race 83 points ahead of second place Charles Sanford. There is no catching him, so that will be a championship for the young 21-year-old. So congratulations to Hamilton on that. They've certainly come a long way. But as said, there's still multiple championships on the line here today, as Charles Sanford is not at all safe for second. The battle is pretty intense down there, especially for the top 10, as 8th through 11th in the standings are separated by only 11 points. The team's championship is pretty much a lock, and same for Rookie of the Year. However, the PT Cup is very, very intense, as William Duncan came into Auto Club with a 12-point lead. However, he failed to qualify for the round of Auto Club, meaning Ryan Manson and Alan Cavagnaro, who both qualified for the race, have a shot to dethrone him. As for the track itself, well, the Auto Club Speedway is looking a little different this time around. The track has been reconfigured a little bit. The pavement's been starting to get a little older. It's definitely a much bumpier track than it's been in years past, but it is certainly going to make for some exciting racing, and that certainly ended up being the case in the heat races and the LCQs, which saw some insane action and some big surprises. Speaking of that action, let's get right down to it and show you the starting lineup for the round of Auto Club. Taking out the pole award is rookie Christopher Bryant, driving for RJ Manson Racing. This is only his 7th career start, but he has a shot. But he looks like a threat to win, as that car's been incredibly quick all weekend. On his outside is Charles Sanford. While he may not have a shot at the title, he still wants to close out the season with a win at his home track. Kyle Collins is still looking for his first win, but he has a good shot on the inside of row number 2, and Connor Atwood starts on his outside. On the inside of row number 3 is Niko Polyakov. He opened the season with a win. Could he close it with another? And then Team Thunder's top prospect, Alyssa Kirby, will be on his outside. I'm sure she wants to start her career with a win. On the inside of row 4 is Alan Cavagnaro, who has a shot to win the PT Cup here tonight. Brandon Wood will start on his outside in his final race for Team Thunder. The man of the hour, Ryder Smith, heads up the inside of row number 5. That won't deter him from going for another win. Then on his outside is Seth Cole, who will be making his final start in the Elite Series. Nick Pericles finally broke his winless streak at Talladega last week. He wants to go 2 in a row. On his outside is Strimp Ingress, who finally made his first career start back in Indy. Ryan Manson qualified a fantastic 13th. He starts on the inside of row 7. He's another driver who could win the PT Cup tonight. Ray Krieger, one of William Duncan's cars, is on his outside. And then another Thunder car is on the inside of row 8, that being Matt Duncan in car number 6. Maxwell Chan will be starting on his outside in the 51. 65-year-old JF Finguy is the oldest driver in the field. He'll start on the inside of row number 9, and Tyler Faber, one of the younger drivers, will be on his outside. Row 10 is one of champions. Formula X superstar Ben Thompson makes his Elite Series debut in driving for Monster Mercedes Racing, and 2010 IRCA Cup Series champion Jill Richards is on his outside. She may have that rookie symbol, but she's very experienced in this series, and this is one of her best tracks. Chris Bouvier starts on the inside of row 11. That team's been going for broke. They've been trying all sorts of different setups, and they think they've got something great here tonight. Meanwhile, Jessica Monroe starts on his outside, making her second career start. Sean Angel starts a little lower than he would have liked, being on the inside of row 12, and Baron Praxis will be on his outside in car number 44. This is one of Praxis' best tracks as well, and he'll be looking to take his first career Elite Series win here. Row 13 contains Jeffrey Finguy in the lone Shelly Knight car in the field, and Sofia Martinez out of Mexico will be making her series debut in that beautiful DC Solar number 63. Madeline Adkins is a familiar name from the PT Cup, but she is instead driving for Boost Autosports, the team she'll be racing for full-time next year. She's on the inside of row 14 alongside James Shelley. Expect Shelley to work his way through the field. Number 15 is one of old and new, as 51-year-old Reese Black makes his final start as a full-time driver, and then on his outside is rookie sensation Rio Lucas in the number 65. He'll be full-time for the Tauja race unit next year. In row 16 is Saif Nazar in car number 30, first Iraqi driver to make a start in the Elite Series. Meanwhile, Brandon Barnes is on his outside, who is certainly not pleased with his qualifying efforts, but he'll certainly be one on charge. Row 17 has Asherton Zona, the lone TRU car in the field, and then it's the lone BMW on the grid on his outside in Gull Redlick. Then row number 18, we have Jason Evans getting an early start of Ian Masterson Racing, and on his outside is Eric Monaco, a late model driver out of New York, driving for Full Frontal Motorsports, one of the big shot qualifiers in the field. In row 19 is Isaias Cordoval, the other Israeli driver in the field, driving for SkyTech Racing, and then Jonathan Dwyer makes his second career start for Nexus. He's always one to watch out for in these one-off events. Mazda will be making their debut in the Elite Series tonight as Seiji Nakajima heads up the inside of row 20 in car number 35. On his outside is the biggest shot qualifier here this week, Sean McLaughlin Racing, Pedro Hierra being the highest qualifying driver there in 40th, and then both of his teammates, PJ Williams and Chris Argus-Smith, round out the field in row 21. This is PJ Williams' final race in the Elite Series. He'll be retiring after tonight. Now he's shown you the 42 cars that'll be racing here at Auto Club. Here's the others that did not make the field. Now, without further ado, let's get down to the track. 4100th Insomniac Elite Series race, the Insomniac Championship night. Well, here we go. Las Vegas, Nevada's Christopher Bryant, in only his 7th career start, will lead the field to the green. Charles Sanford on his outside. There may be no championship on the line today, but there's still one final chance to punch your ticket of a win, show everybody what you can do, turn some heads, whatever it may be. But either way, it's all on the line here. For one final time, the pace car pulls in, and we're about to go racing. And we're green, we're rocking an Auto Club! Bryant holds the lead heading in the first corner. Expect 3 and 4 abreast here early on. This track has so much room. You can go just about anywhere, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. 4 wide already. Looks like that might sell out on the free wide, but Poyakov still throwing it way down the track. Might want to be careful on that bottom there. He's still holding his own. Cavagnaro gets away with second. Looks like Atwood got the wall a little bit. And that will be Christopher Bryant leading the first lap. Oh, wow, that is a very dense pack back there. We got Monroe making 5 wide. Little early for that, girl. Might not want to do 4 wide is okay for the most part, but 5 wide, that's asking for trouble. She backed out of that one, luckily. But yeah, everyone going for whatever positions they can get on the start here. There's aggression out the wazoo. That could be another 4 wide situation there. And we see that 27 falling back a little bit. But now, Bryant's lost the lead to Alan Cavagnaro. That's one of your PT Cup contenders right there. Your PT Cup points leader, William Duncan, failed to qualify, so it's all up for grabs here. The 20 and the 32 will be fighting for that all night long. Now Charles Sanford swoops down low and takes the lead. Poyakov getting a little close to that 33 car. Krieger gets a piece of the wall back there. Collins with a fantastic run off of 4. Damn, it doesn't look like he has anywhere to go with that run, though. Now Brandon Wood getting some help from his teammate Alyssa Kirby. She's had a great start to this race, but yeah, she's going to throw her teammate aside, and they're gonna fight for the lead. We'll see if Cavagnaro tries to throw it down low and take the lead for himself. This track behaves a lot different compared to last year. Oh, that could be a 4 wide. No, Sanford couldn't get the run. Could not get the grip he needed. But this track behaves a lot differently than in years past. much more bumpy, not a lot of grip on the bottom. This is predominantly a track for the middle and high grooves. And it looks like Ryder Smith, he's entered the picture. And, oh, he tried to block off the 20, couldn't make it happen. Now, Ryder Smith, he is already your champion, but he wants to go out he wants to win this thing in style. Never a week where he's going easy, and there was almost a wreck there. Sanford Wood making contact off of turn 4. And Connor Atwood forces it way down to the bottom. Try and make it 4 wide for position. I don't even know what position that's for. I think it may be a spot within the top 10. Another driver appears to be on her way forward is Jill Richards, but where's Ryan Manson? There he is. Right in the hornet's nest of this mid-pack. Oh, keep it. Careful, guys. Careful. We'll see what position he's in as he crosses the stripe here. Because these positions are swapping around practically every lap. Manson's crossed the stripe in 22nd. He needs a lot more than that considering where Cavagnaro is. P1. The PT Cup does use the Slim Jim Series point system, so Cavagnaro is actually picking up bonus points for this. Now, Alan Cavagnaro, he hasn't won a race since 2015. His lone Elite Series win came at the Alberta Super Speedway. But he's trying to... He almost got number 2 in Buffalo Downs earlier in the year, but he blew an engine in the final turn. He's going to try and pull that off. And there's Chris Louviere. He started in 21st. This team, they've been trying a lot of setups all week. This has not been the best track for the Wrecking Balls, historically speaking. And Louviere trying to change that. He wants to win this thing. Matt Duncan 3 wide for the lead. Don't think he'll get the run, so Louviere will probably get the lead here. No, Duncan actually pretty good off of 4. Looks like that car is sticking pretty well. He had to go for the LCQ races, but he won his LCQ and he's here now. He'll take the lead. Now, one of the most important things to note in this race is, well, this is a special occasion. It is the 100th Insomniac Elite Series race, and there are 3 people making their 100th starts today. Oh, I have to hold out for a minute. 4 wide for second. Cavagnaro threads the needle. He almost got wiped out by the 25. That could have ended in tears. Cavagnaro just putting everything on the line to get this win. I mean, it's gonna be a long race. A ton of things could happen. It's a 200-miler, so a lot of things could happen in that time. But what I was trying to say is 3 different drivers are making their 100th starts here tonight. Chris Louviere at 98, he's one of them. The other would be Nick Pericles, and the third driver is this number 14 right here, Sean Angel. These drivers have started every single Insomniac Elite Series race, and so this is their 100th career starts. It would certainly be special if they could win here tonight. But it'd be special for a lot of these guys to win the 100th race. That'll permanently etch your name in history. And that's what these people want. Cavagnaro has a fantastic car so far tonight. Sanford throws it down. You know he's desperate. He wants to end this season well. He's definitely frustrated because he lost the championship. It's not been a great year for... He's had a good year, but it all kind of fell apart in the final stretch. Lost the title. This is his home race. So he wants... And S3 won here last year. He wants to make that happen again. I have noticed a little bit of a spread from here and the back. I'm wondering if there's some guys having problems. There are a few stragglers in the back, it looks like. Like some guys just kind of struggling to make up ground. A couple of McLaughlin cars, Dwyer, Nakajima, Nasser. Got Redlick and Zona back here along with Monaco Evans. Looks like Martinez and Lucas kind of struggling to make progress early on, along with Maxwell Chan. Not a great start for the race for that 51. But Rio Lucas trying to turn some heads here tonight. And he's certainly got a lot of time to make this up. Long race. Brandon Barnes making it 4 wide. Careful. Oh, he door checks the 32. He does not care about the PT Cup. He just wants to get to the front. And Barnes, well, he qualified 32nd, so he certainly has a lot of positions to make up. And then Madeline Adkins trying to force it underneath. Adkins making her first start for Boost Autosports. She'll be driving full-time for that team next year in this same series. And she also qualified in the back, but she's looking for points. She's flirting with a top 20 position here. That's what Manson's looking to do as well. Praxis is in the top 20. Ingrid is here. And this pack at the front starting to get a little more dense behind the Hamilton. Oh no, actually Louvier got the lead. Certainly a lot of late changes early. Oh, did something happen? Thought I heard something. It seems we're still clean and green. Well, there's the Hamiltons. But it's not Ryder, it's the 14 of Angel. He finally makes his appearance at the very front of the field. But that's his first appearance in the top 5 all night. Oh, 4 wide there. And Collins gets the wall, and Adkins, ooh! It's getting a little feisty between those two young guns. Barnes door checked her earlier, and she didn't appreciate that. Yeah, but now Collins is losing a lot of positions. And beside her, JF Finguy in car number 9. He is the oldest driver in the field tonight at 65 years of age. But this old dog certainly knows a few tricks. He's been in the sport for a long time. He actually used to be a former driver in the IRCA. But he has over 200 short track wins to his credit. So he's still very much in his prime, and he's showing that right now, running into points. Actually, he's in the last point spot. This is the 20th place for car number 9. Oh, Cavanaugh getting a little close to that 25 there. And now Nick Pericles going for the lead on the 98. Nick Pericles finally snapped a 2-year winless streak last time out at Talladega. Could he potentially go 2 in a row? This season started horribly for Nick Pericles, but it's gone from terrible to the best season of his career. He could actually get his best points finish ever in the Elite Series tonight. He currently sits 7th in the standings. But he's got both the main Hamiltons to worry about there, the 18 and the 14. We haven't seen much of Tyler Faber yet tonight. He is in the points. Shrimp Ingrits, he's made a few appearances at the front. Currently, he was 12th on the previous lap. Kevin Naro's also lost a lot of ground. He's had some issues tonight. Well, he's had some issues here as the stint's gone on. Barnes is continuing to make progress. He's trying to get into the points now. And I see some of those guys back there. It feels like they're getting a little closer. Yeah, Monroe was in that back group, and she's now joined up with the front. She's joined up to the pack. Ryan Manson's kind of straggling a little bit. Kind of a bit of a straggler from this lead pack. He's in 22nd. He's not been the start he's looking for. Probably also not been the start that Rio Luke's been looking for. And Kyle Collins has dropped like a rock. There seems to be some big handling issues going on with that 29 car. He's fallen all the way. He's falling outside the top 30. That's Rio Lucas passing him for 30th. And Chan also had a bad start to this night. But back at the front, Ryder Smith has retaken the lead. Oh, Angel looks like he was trying to force it 4 wide. And Angel kind of looks like he pulled a slide job on the 33. That could have spelled trouble. Seth Cole with a big run off of 4. Seth Cole, another driver watching tonight. He the Albany native, announced that he would be retiring after this year. This is his final race in the Insomniac Elite Series. He wants to go out of a bang. It's not really been the year he's wanted, but it's certainly something he could pull off a win. Jill Richards, another veteran, right behind him. Richards might be making her debut tonight, but she's far from inexperienced, and this is one of her best tracks. And she's doing a lot of that 64 car tonight. Oh, wow. Kyle Collins has fallen all the way back to 34th now. Whatever's wrong with that car, they need to get it sorted, because there might be some kind of mechanical issue. That thing is just really slow. Definitely not the night he wanted after qualifying third. It's like Duncan giving the 74 some drafting help on the back straight. But now he's going to force it through the middle. Doesn't get the run he wants. And now he's got Louvier all over him. But Ryder Smith and Nick Pericles going to do battle for the lead now. Seth Cole, Christopher Bryant, they're up here. And Cole gets a good run on entry. Looks like he's going to be entering the fray. That's a nice flyby camera right there. Oh! I think Kirby's got a problem! That car just pulled the apron, and yes! Trouble for car number 99! And another one-off race going astray. She's going into the pits. I don't know what's wrong with that car, but that is a heartbreak for Alyssa Kirby. She's had such fast cars, but nothing to show for it. It's like she might have had a tire down. She's going to lose a lap. Tough break for the 99. Smith going back down low. Matt Duncan, he's not had a good second half of the year, but he wants to go out on a high. Maybe score his third win of 2017. It has been a breakout year for that. It's been a breakout year for the Arkansas native. He's gonna try to go for the middle. Can't quite get the run he needs. It gets enough to go down low on the 31. A fantastic showing from that 33 so far. I think someone may have expected Bryant was going to drop back, but not at all. Heck, Bryant could actually be a contender for this win. He's a master of these big tracks in the Junior Series, and well, he does have a lot to celebrate tonight, as Christopher Bryant won the Junior Series championship earlier in the week, and he'll be racing full-time in the Slim Jim Series for Manson next year. Yeah, it's certainly a bright future for this young kid. It's like Niko Polyakov is now starting to catch this pack. Still pretty dense pack here. Though we're seeing a bit of a gap from Ben Thompson back to the 51. I do feel like the 65, Real Lucas, he was maybe looking for a little more. They'll have to find something in the pit cycle, I think. Maybe make some adjustments. Yeah, not been the night that team wanted. Yeah, Collins is off the pace. Jeez, what an awful run there. And there's Ryan Manson again. He actually has Alan Cavagnaro in his sights. As it stands, I think at the current moment, I think Cavagnaro would be your PT Cup champion, but and see, Cavangaro's been falling back as the stints went on. Manson looks like he's kind of just been hovering around the top 20. Minding his own business, just doing a great job keeping that car out of trouble. And we got a bit of a break, and now the top 4 begin to pull a gap. So where is Alyssa Kirby? Something to note, and you're probably seeing right here, the fall off is very extreme on this track. Heavy tire wear, so an early pit stop might give you a bit of an advantage. And by a bit, well, I mean, that shows you right now, Alyssa Kirby, she did change tires on that 99 car, and look at what that's doing for her. She's a lot faster than the cars around her. The pit cycle is expected to be around the around the halfway mark, maybe like the high 40s, maybe like early 50s, somewhere like that. The pit window would probably be somewhere in that range. And look at that, Manson has passed the 20. So now I'm pretty sure Ryan Manson will be leading the PT Cup. I'm pretty sure they're both doing enough to be ahead of William Duncan right now. The gap was not very big. It was about just a little over 10 points. And well, they're both in the top 20 right now, so Manson came in ahead of Cavagnaro. So he would be your PT Cup leader at the moment. And there's Brandon Barnes. He started 32nd. He's now up into the top 10. A lot of speed. That one car is actually looking very quick. He's racing with his much more experienced teammate than Connor Atwood there. It's been an impressive showing so far for that one car. At the front, Nick Pericles and Ryder Smith really appear to be the class of the field tonight. Those two have been swapping the lead every other lap. But usually it looks like it's been one of them at the front. Oh, I think there's another car in trouble. 68 of Chris Argus-Smith. Is that going to bring out a caution? That car is not going to make it back to the pits. Does not seem like it. No caution. But as another car falling by the wayside. It was certainly incredible for the McLaughlin cars to get into the field, but unfortunately for them, they've not been able to replicate that success in the race. So yeah, definitely a tough break. Not how Chris Argus-Smith wanted to end his year. And it's probably not how Charles Sanford wanted to end his year. He's certainly looking for a little more than 9th. Yes, free cars look fairly quick, but not as quick as last year. Seth Cole, however, he fought for a win at this track last year as well. And he is up in this lead. He is up with this lead group. And Ryder Smith going back down over the lead. It looks like Louvier might make it free wide. He's been looking down the entire front straight. He's just getting a little bit of side draft off of the 18. You can tell by how close he's getting. I think the 18 to the 31 might have touched because Louvier was squeezing it down that front straight. But I think that's going to do the job, and Louvier will get the lead. Oh, wait, he can't. He's not clear yet. But I think he will be able to get it here in 3 and 4. Yes, he will. For 98, taking the lead now. He certainly led some laps tonight. Maybe not as much as the 31 and the 18. And then Seth Cole now, so he's losing touch of the lead group. Sanford definitely has lost touch. And Alyssa Kirby, the lap car. You can see how much quicker she is. She's starting to interfere with the lead, and Charles Sanford has been falling back rather quickly. Is there a problem with that car? He lost a lot of positions just out of nowhere. Might want to watch out. And might want to be a little careful. See, yeah, that 24 is something is amiss on that 24. Yeah, well, that kind of shuffled the running order a little bit. Especially with the 99 kind of wreaking her own brand of havoc. And where's Ryan Manson? I want to check on him. Wait, where did he go? Did I just miss him? Oh! Ryan Manson's broke down! 32 is broken down! And still no caution! But something's happened to the 32! That might have just handed the PT Cup to Alan Cavagnaro! Well, here's a look. Ryan Manson's PT Cup hopes may just come to an end. He breaks down in a panic. He almost took out JF Finguy, but that is a full-on loss of power. He's going to pull it down to the bottom. And that is it for his PT Cup hopes. A heartbreak for Ryan Manson. He was doing so well, but it just was not meant to be. Alan Cavagnaro, though. Connecticut native probably celebrating in the cockpit. As long as he can bring this car home in a solid position, he will likely take home the PT Cup. The winningest driver in the Slim Jim Series. He will be returning the full-time Elite Series competition next year. However, it'll be of Dodge Motorsports. He's actually leaving Hamilton at the end of the year. But he could certainly be returning the full-time competition on a high. However, where is he running right now? He's actually not in the points. He's in 20th. Adkins has the final point in 20th. And the Aussie's been having a very impressive night in that 45. Although she is playing second fiddle to none other than Barrett Praxis, who's once again thriving under pressure with a solid top 16, almost a top 15 run there. And James Shelley is just being James Shelley. Started in the back, and now look where he is. He's fighting for 14th for Poyakov. This is always the most James. This is a typical James Shelley. Qualifies poorly, then charges away through the field. And Shelley's trying to get a top 10 points finish. He's never had it. He's never finished top 10 in the points before. He has a legitimate shot to do it. He just needs a good night, and for the people he's competing with to have some issues. Oh wow, it's like Jill Richards is flirting of a top 10. Yeah, she's running an 11th while the Wrecking Balls cars battle for 9th and 10th back there. Oh, Alyssa Kirby! She's caught the leaders. She's actually going to get her lap back. If the caution were to come out right now, Alyssa Kirby will be back on the lead lap. So she's just going to try to escape. Oh, I think Louvier did the 31 a bump. Trying to get him out of the way so he can keep leading some laps. But what a night it's been for Nick Pericles. He could actually score his 2 wins in a row. But there's no guarantee. It's going to be a bit tough. Also, Sofia Martinez, another impressive driver. I don't know if a lot of people really expected her to do well, but yeah, she's certainly been having a solid night. She was another driver that qualified poorly, but she's up to, but the Mexican up to 13th in that beautiful looking DC Solar Chevrolet. And here comes Jill Richards, trying to challenge Barnes for 10th. I've got a car coming out of the pits. That is Manson, so his issue was not terminal. But now he is 4 laps down. Something to keep in mind, though, is that we are approaching the pit cycle, so that might be something to keep in mind. Nobody's come down for a scheduled stop yet. But when you do, that's going to be a very important factor. Cavanaugh gets a little piece of the wall. And here comes Ryan Manson, looking for a little bit of revenge. He's trying to pass the 20. I don't think he's gonna. Of course, you don't want to cause a wreck. Got played a little careful. Remarkable. We've had a caution-free race. The entire first half will have been caution-free as we go to take lap number 50 of 100. We are now at the halfway point. And that also means we're getting closer and closer to that ever-important pit cycle. Charles Sanford's blown up! The 24 is down! Sanford's gone! And that just put an end to his season! And possibly his hopes of finishing second in the points! You've got to be kidding me! So here's a look at Charles Sanford. Now, we saw him drop. We had a feeling something wasn't right at that car. I mean, he's down to 25th at this point, and the engine gives out, almost takes out the 65 of Lucas. And then that's, well, Black Smoke pouring out his hopes of, really his hopes of a second place points finish just went up in smoke. What a disastrous end of the year for Charles Sanford, especially in front of his home crowd. With how strong of a year he was having, this is definitely not how he wanted it to end. Man, this 31 and 90 have been going at it. These two have been fighting so hard, and I'm surprised it's not brought the others up to them. They have a handle on their car, but both of them want to lead laps and get whatever bonus points they can. However, they're catching a lap car. That's the 35 Seiji Nakajima. And well, Nakajima's not had a good night. And there's the pit stops. Car 38 comes down. I feel like Louvier came down a bit early. Does he have something wrong with the car? I mean, drivers are making scheduled stops, but he came down very early. Like, he pulled down early. Barnes, Martinez, they come down. Along with Monroe and Adkins. Jeffrey Finguy making the call to come down along with Jonathan Dwyer. Then we got Asherton Zona coming down. Now it's going to leave the Hamiltons 1 and 2. But who's going to pit next? Don't want to stay out too long. And Angels decided that, yeah, he's going to bite the bullet and stay out. He's going to bite the bullet and come down along with Christopher Bryant. Matt Duncan, Ryder Smith making a bit of a potentially risky call. They're going to stay out another lap. Might want to bank on this race going green. Because they'll have fresher tires late in the run. But they could potentially... Well, they're putting they're putting track position at risk here. Go fit. Oh, and Brandon Wood's staying out too. Yep. Brendan Patterson's the crew chief on that number 6 team, and Al Miller on the 74. Both of those guys have a history of making risky calls. And seems to be what's going on here. But Matt Duncan a bit gingerly on pit entry, and Ryder Smith tries to pass him on entry, and Seth Cole also gained a lot of time down there. So who's going to be your leader? That's my question. I think it's going to be Nick Pericles. Yeah, undercut pretty strong here at this racetrack. That's certainly going to... That looks like it's going to be... That's how it's going to be. And yeah, Matt Duncan, he's lost a lot of ground. So Nick Pericles does have a huge lead over Sean Angel, and Duncan loses the third position as well. There's Bryant. Bryant certainly has a good car under him. And Duncan's still trying to build up speed. I think he'll lose that spot as well. Yes, he does. And he'll probably slot in the... Well, he'll slot... I think it's the bottom of the top 5. He'll slot in there. Yeah, that is... Okay, that is P6. Barnes is 7th. Smith is 8th. Under fire from Martinez for 9th. And Seth Cole is 10th. Here's Madeline Adkins. She is in 15th. So she gained from that call. Wood definitely did not. It's like they lost a little too much in the way of track position. Really, a lot of guys are probably losing some ground. They're going to be hoping for a yellow. Actually, yeah, Kyle Collins lost a lap now, and there's the kicker, Charles Sanford. First and so far only DNF of the night, and he will finish last. 42nd in car number 24. And that, well, S. Freeze finished runner-up for the championship the last 2 years, and it looks like that won't even happen this year. They might not be able to manage second. And that is honestly heartbreaking to see how badly that team fell apart. But let's take a look at the front of the field. Bryant's gone way down to the track to block Matt Duncan. That's a little interesting. Bit of an unusual line. And they're kind of focusing more on racing each other. Oh, looks like Kirby's actually our leader. I did not even think. Yeah, so I thought Pericles was, but just looked at the leaderboard again. No, Kirby's the leader because she's off cycle. So she technically had a ridiculous undercut. Hey, maybe if we get a caution right now, that'd be a godsend for that 99. She won't be up there for long, so her tires are already worn down. James Shelley in trouble. Another car falling by the wayside, and that is going to be a heartbreak for James Shelley. He had such a good car tonight. Oh, God, that is unfortunate. What that's done is opened up some more potential points positions here in the mid-pack. Prax is fighting a Finn guy for, I believe that's 21st. Yes, it is. But it has been a clean race so far tonight. James Shelley's going to be snubbed of a top 10 points finish yet again. That's definitely very rough for that team. You can bet Shelley's frustrated. You also see just how much that gap is closing. Kirby needs a caution and fast. She can't keep staying out here. Is there smoke? I thought there was smoke for a minute there. Does not seem like that's the case. But Nick Pericles has the best car out here right now. A big gap to the rest of the field. He's gaining like a second a lap on that 99. He absolutely needs a caution. Well, you can see the 99 and the 31 are now on the same screen. Pericles is catching her very quickly. When will Kirby bite the bullet and come down pit road? That's what I wonder. She needs a caution. But she hasn't gotten one. But she's still staying out. And 31 goes flying right by her. And Nick Pericles will be her new leader. Man, he just looks so fast. Though I say that, look how much Sean Angel closed in last lap. I think this group of cars is catching them. Sean Angel, Matt Duncan, Chris Nouvier, and Christopher Bryant, all of them. Ryder Smith also trying to close in. Looks like August Smith's kind of holding up to 25 a little bit. But no issues there. Oh yeah, they're catching up. So Pericles is not safe. Staying out might have been the way to go after all. As like these guys needed to go green the rest of the way. They need things to cycle out. They don't have time to catch up. Though Kirby's kind of holding up the 6. Look out. Hopefully that won't cause an issue. Bryant's sliding up a little bit. And Kirby blocks off the 14, doing whatever she can to hold on to position, but it just isn't happening. And that's going to be Matt Duncan taking second, but not for long. Christopher Bryant down low. Actually, it's going to be 3 wide for second. Definitely some aggressive battling here. And Nick Pericles just have to listen to the cues from his spotter. Ryan Manson, 32, right behind him. Probably going to be playing rear gunner for his teammate. Well, now they've cycled out again. Yep, Duncan's beginning to close in once more. Certainly been one of the faster cars Duncan's had this season. Angel gives a 33 little bump. Almost spun him, but Bryant saves it. Angel getting very aggressive. That could have spelled disaster for Bryant. Instead, he froze it, but he froze it down. Oh, is Angel about to get to another car? Not quite. Got uncomfortably close to the 6's bumper. But now Bryant's in second. And the crazy thing is, despite their battling, they are still closing in at a rapid rate. They are not safe. I'll tell you that right now. My question is, will Alyssa Kirby being lapped pose a problem for the rest of the field? A late race caution could change a lot. Now Matt Duncan takes second. Oh, but he's got to deal with Angel again. The Duncan family has a bit of a rivalry with Sean Angel. Particularly, really, both those teams are rivals. Like, they're bitter rivals in the Slim Jim Series. Speaking of which, Sean Angel, a few weeks ago, won the Slim Jim Series Championship. I hadn't talked about this, but Hamilton Autosports is actually making history tonight as they'll become the first team to sweep the championship in both of the main ISCC divisions. They're going to sweep it in the same year. It really tells you just how dominant Hamilton's been in 2017. Just what a perfect, well-oiled machine this organization's been. Oh, this gap is evaporating. It is shrinking very quickly. Oh, got more lap cars too. The McLaughlins and Nasser. They'll be getting put a lap down here shortly. But Sean Angel and Matt Duncan have caught the 42 of Manson. Manson going to do anything? Or will he just kind of move over for them? He's going to be respectful. Moved over for the 30, moved over for the 14. Duncan kind of slipped up in 3 and 4. But Angel is closing in. He's right there. He could strike this lap. But there is Bryant, car 33. Like, what a night it's been for Christopher Bryant. He has been fast all race. And here he is with a legitimate shot to score his first IES victory. What a week it would be if he could win the junior title and his first IES race. Just in the same week. Sean Angel just took the lead. He is out in front. But will anyone have an answer for him? Can Nick Pericles hold on with his older tires? That's what I keep in mind. I feel like Louvier is starting to lose touch of this lead group. Oh, that's a little tight. Almost 3 wide for the lead. Not quite. But we are approaching 25 laps to go here, and still no cautions. It's remarkable how clean this race has been. Wow, Rio Lucas has kind of got a bit of a freight train behind him here. That could be a bit troublesome. Zona actually getting very close to the 65's bumper. So yeah, so we might be one to be a little wary of. Oh, there's Kirby. She's been dropping. She's looks like she's pit, actually. Maxwell Chan, 21st. He's at 24th. Yeah, definitely not the night he's wanted. Praxis fighting up JF Finguy for a final spot. Cavanaro still in the top 20. This PT Cup all but set for car number 20. Looks like he's going to pull it off. And yeah, Louvier has lost touch. Lap traffic, not going to be a factor, it looks like. The top 2 are passing him pretty easily. But it may come down to the 14 and the 6, maybe the 33 as well. I think Brandon Wood might also be closing in on this, and Bryant gets held up. I don't know if you won't be too happy about that. Pericles down the 4th. And Duncan goes for the lead now. And that tells you Pericles is still fighting. He gets a strong run off of 4, and he's going to try and re-overtake his teammate for the podium place. Pericles having such a fantastic year, trying to end it all on a high. There's smoke! We got another car down! Oh, it's the BMW! Go Redlick! And that will be the end of his night as well. Man, of all these blown engines, you have to wonder if there's oil being spilled all on the track. But that's another car down for the count. Actually, I think the 14 to 6 are starting to break away as the Manson teammates are fighting each other pretty hard. Neither of them wanting to give up the ghost to the other. Pericles wants to win, but so does Bryant. And their fighting could keep them from catching up to the top two. And Louvier's is kind of settling into 5th, I think. Maybe not as focused on going for the win. Oh, contact between the 69 and the 01. Wow, those two are fighting very hard, and I believe that is actually for position. Yes, it is. They're fighting over 34th. Every piece of real estate counts when you're trying to win prize money. That's one way to look at it, but that is certainly some aggressive racing action. Bryant's is trying so hard to get close. Angel got close to the 6 that time. I think it might be down to these 4. These might be your these I think are going to be your drivers that fight for the win tonight. That is, of course, unless a caution comes out, because that could completely change everything. Bryant looking very good in 1 and 2. He's catching. He's closing. He might be close enough to make a move. Louvier trying to enter the battle, though I don't know if his car is strong enough. And that's Bryant gonna he's throwing it in 3 and 4. And I think he's gonna take 2nd. Can Sean Angel win one more race this season? He's already won 3. He has won 3 times this year. Could he get another one? He is currently tied for, I believe he is, well, actually, no, I believe he has 8 wins. So he's the 2nd on the all-time wins list. And he's looking for he might be looking for another one tonight. Though I think Duncan and Brian are gonna have something to say about that. Oh, got another car in the pits. That's Reese Black, the other Dodge. And they're spending an extended time on those tires. There's some damage, I think. Something amiss with the 40. And that's just a tough break for Dodge Motorsports. They've had some problems! There goes the 66! 66 has spun! He's going for the grass! And that's a caution! Caution's out with 12 laps to go! Ryder Smith got himself involved in that, but this changes everything! Duncan trying to throw it down low to get the lead on the restart! Can he get it? Yes, he is! Great run off of 3 and 4, and Matt Duncan will take the lead. Wait, is there smoke? Yes, Kyle Collins just blew up in front of the leaders! Wow, so something was definitely wrong with that car. That's me Kyle Collins' 2nd DNF of the year. What an absolutely disastrous end to Collins' season. But we have to take a look at what happened. This could change everything. Well, let's get a replay here. Seth Cole is hounding the back of that 66. He gets a little too close. Hooks the 66 down into Ryder Smith. And, well, and that sends the 66 spinning off of his bumper. And, well, that fruit of yellow. And we're trying to get a good look there. Yeah, he spins through the grass, and that... But he did spin across the track, and race control decided that was enough to be deemed a caution. No damage on that 66 car, but yeah, but it's never really fun to get dumped like that. Well, we'll be restarting with 7 laps to go. DNF update: James Shelley, his issues earlier were terminal. He went out with a valve issue. And it seems Reese Black, there's this problems with the Dodge engines because Reese Black went out as well. Kyle Collins officially out of the race with a piston failure. But one final restart here for the 105 IS race. This will be the last restart of the race, most likely. Matt Duncan's your leader. Sean Angel 2nd. Trisha Bryant 3rd. Nick Pericles 4th. It is Chris Louvier 5th. Brandon Wood 6th. Seth Cole 7th. Ryder Smith 8th. Then we go back here to find Connor Atwood in 9th, and Jill Richards around your top 10. Now, of course, we could get an overtime finish, but more likely than not, this will be the final restart of the season. Only 7 laps remain here. As the pace car dives down, Matt Duncan will lead them. What could happen here? As the green flag is back out for one final time. Duncan maybe didn't get the restart he was looking for. Bryant already looking for a way. I think he's going to jump on Angel before Angel can even do anything. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. Angel's looking on the 6. Or Wood and Louvier might have gotten together. No, Bryant's just chasing. Brandon Wood's on fresh tires. Like he's one of those guys that stayed out. So he's probably banking on a caution. And look at him come. That 74 is on the move. And so is Ryder Smith for that matter. Oh boy, I don't think people want to see him up front this late in the going. But Sean Angel gonna be alongside for second. Oh, could we get 4 wide? That could have possibly been a 4 wide. Bryant got a terrible run off of 2. That's left the door open for Brendan Wood to attack him. He needs a good run for 3 and 4. Not gonna happen. And the 14 and 6 resume their battle. 5 laps to go. If a caution comes out at this point, we would go to overtime. Let's see what's going on in the midfield. It's probably getting very dicey, and Maxwell Chance had an utterly fantastic restart. Malin Atkins, maybe not so much. Krieger's also had a good restart. Along a Finn guy, Real Lucas, I wouldn't necessarily say it, but he's flirting. He sees this big pack. He's flirting with a points position. Could he get one? Looks like Boyakam and Atkins has made some contact there. Now, this late in the race, we could see some aggressive racing that results in another caution. So that's something to look out for. I think someone's kind of slow over that corner. I think it was Monaco. I do believe Monaco kind of held up the pack. And that's the last thing Lucas needed. Oh, and an off-cycle, Alyssa Kirby entering the fray. Brandon Woods caught them. Duncan is a great run off of 4. But Alyssa Kirby, the off-cycle Alyssa Kirby, is catching. Oh, Bryant up in smoke! Heartbreak for the 33! He was so good all night, but it's come to an end. He's staying up the marbles to try to avoid getting into anybody. And good on him, so he's going to avoid a caution. But Christopher Bryant had such an amazing night, and it's all over. Wait, something is going on here. I think it's another car of problems. Yes, the Mazda. Absolute chaos here. I think the Mazda just dropped a cylinder. Wow, that came right out of nowhere. But back at the front, there's only 2 laps to go. And it looks like it might be down to Matt Duncan and Sean Angel. Those two have been fighting hard all race, and they may be the ones to settle it. Wood and Colt are just not close enough. Oh, and Angel's going to go for the lead, coming to the white flag. Can Duncan hold on for one more lap? This is going to be the final lap of the 2017 season. Brandon Wood tries to throw it in, but Chris Smith, the lap car. What is he doing? He's off cycle. What's he doing? He's going to throw it. What? He's going to throw it down the bottom, isn't he? Brandon Wood's there. Is he going to try something? He might. He's going to go down low. Tries to go for the middle. Don't think it's going to happen. 14 goes up a little high, but that's not going to be it. And then what a perfect night for Hamilton, as Sean Angel will win here in Auto Club. The championship And the final race go to Hamilton Auto Sports, and that'll almost certainly be a 1-2 finish in the championship. We just saw history, folks. Absolute domination of the Insomniac Elite Series. Hamilton Auto Sports are going to finish 1-2 in the championship. What a night for Sean Angel. He is the car owner. He's going for a bit of a he was going for a bit of a victory lap. Now he's gonna pull it in. He's kind of waving, but he's going to pull it down. And well, Ryder Smith's there too, but Smith will be getting back out on track here in a minute. But congratulations to that 14 team on a hard-fought victory and an incredible season. Well, let's take a look at our results here. With Sean Angel first, of course. Brandon Woods, ninth second away from Matt Duncan, but still a strong end to the year for Team Thunder. Seth Cole's final race will end up a top 5 and 4th. Nick Pericles comes home with another top 5 finish. No 2 in a row, but still a great result. Ryder Smith in 6th. Chris Louvier in 7th. Maxwell Chan, an absolutely phenomenal restart, goes from 8th after being nowhere all night. And Connor Atwood in 9th, so all the main Wrecking Balls cars are in the top 10. Shrimp Ingrats, his second career start, goes off without a hitch, and he has a great showing in 10th. He's got Brandon Barnes here in 11th. He was looking for a top 10, but still some good points there for him. Tyler Faber ends off the year for 12th. Sofia Martinez, impressive run for the Mexican in 13th there. Jessica Monroe gets 14th in her second career start. Alan Cavagnaro in 15th. That is going to be enough for the PT Cup. So, that's a huge congratulations to him. Nico Polyakov ends off his year on a 16th. Ben Thompson, the Formula X Superstar, finishes 17th on debut. JF Finguy, how about that? 65 years of age, but he can still hold on with the young guns. He gets a points finish in 18th. Ray Krieger ends off the year of points in 19th. And Rio Lucas does it again. Took advantage of that restart and comes home with more points in 20th. We'll look at down here. Jill Richards was good all night, but it seems she got absolutely snubbed at the end. Got Dwyer in 22nd, Evans there, Praxis. Of course, Praxis did gain some points for the PT Cup. Madeline Adkins, God, that's a heartbreak for her. Seems things went wrong for her on the final restart. But don't let that take away from a very impressive performance for the young Aussie. Court Oval in 28th there. Alyssa Kirby in 29th, not the night she was looking for. Nazar rounding out the top 30. And, well, there's Christopher Bryant in 34th with that engine failure. Nakajima 35th, Manson 46th. And then we got the plebs back here. Collins, Black, Redlick, Shelley, and Sanford all DNF'd. The championship night has concluded. The final race of the Insomniac Elite Series has finished. The 100th race went to Sean Angel, but his teammate, Ryder Smith, is your 2017 Insomniac Elite Series champion. He had already locked it up at Talladega, but now he's officially given the crown. And here he comes. He's going to do some burnouts here, celebrating his championship. And it's been an utterly incredible year for that team. Ryder Smith, he was very inconsistent start of the year, but still racked up wins left and right. Then things things went wrong. He got involved in a very controversial incident, the Sony 400. Got suspended for a race, then came back and was on a roll all year long. Couldn't be stopped, and he locked up the title. A race early, a first in series history, and it's honestly, and with Hamilton All Sports going 1-2 in the Drivers' Championship and locking up the Teams Cup as well, and winning the PT Cup for that matter, it's just remarkable seeing how far they've come. This team went from the lows of 2014 and 2015 to their breakout season 2016 to champions all over in 2017. And that is the story of Hamilton All Sports and their incredible rise to fame. But that is it for this. That is it for this season. I hope you enjoyed watching. One more spin from Smith. just for funds there. Just for the funsies. But he's gonna come down the victory lane here. And he'll be given this trophy, and they'll be celebrating that. He's celebrating that with the team. So, but that is it for this season. It's been a long season of Elite Series racing, and yeah, it's been a long road to get here. And going a little out of character for this, I realized it took a long time, and there was and I had stopped for a while, and I seriously think I cannot thank everyone enough who stuck with me through all of this, and actually enjoy the product that we've been giving this year. And I can assure you that there is more to come. This is just going to be the start. We will be getting ready we'll be getting ready for next season and the start of a whole new era as the ISCC Elite Series heads into 2018 with a new tile sponsor, new cars, new points, and a whole new attitude. So stay tuned on the Thunder Racing Network. But that is all for us here in 2017. Thank you all for watching. I have been Rocket Knight. I'll be signing off, and I will see y'all next season.